Talkin fight fans, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up with Cedric, Ben, and Mike Orr, man, doing what we do best. Prospects, the young, hungry, undefeated, undiscovered prospects from around the world. The only channel out here doing it. That's why you join us every day at 4 o'clock right here. So today, happy hump day, everybody. Cedric, it's a great day. I know you've been watching these wonderful highlights off this guy we're going to be talking about right now. So I'm just going to give him a brief, and then we're going to break him down. So here it is, guys. We're talking about Stephan Big Shot Shaw, 16-0 in the heavyweight division with 12 knockouts. He's ranked 8th out of 366 in the U.S., 37th out of 1321 in the world, and he's only 29 years old. And this 6'4" heavyweight with an 81-inch reach is from St. Louis, Missouri. He's managed by David Bitwater, signed to Top Rank, also co-promoted by DeBella. So you know what? We've got lots of great people in this guy's background, man. And guys, be on the lookout for him coming August the 15th. Fighting, man. This is going to be a good one against Bernardo Marquez. Let's break it down for the Cedric. Let's get it going, man.
It's a big heavyweight American. What up, Carl, in the chat?
Heavyweight.
Canada does need a new heavyweight prospect. Hopefully, we can produce one soon. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of years. But right now, we got Stephan Shaw. Stephan Shaw. He said 16-0 as I watch his highlights against the Webkacho. You know, he does his best to use his height and reach to his advantage. He's got a big one, man. And he's got a big reach. Not all tall guys. Just because I explain to me all the time, just because your opponent might have a longer reach than you doesn't automatically mean that they know how to use that reach. But you can tell Stephan has knows how to use his reach. A good looking jab, mixes it up between keeping his hands up and dropping that lead hand, so the jab's coming at you from different angles. And that's how he was able to keep most of his opponents off more. This last guy, at least.
This guy here, he's also a boxing historian. Okay, piled up brown cardboard boxes served as a passage to a clearing in a small, dimly lit basement. There, Stephan Shaw used to find Nirvana. A VCR hooked up to a small box TV sitting on a beaten wooden table. Next to it was a massive tape collection of some of the greatest fights and fighters of the 1980s. Shaw popped one tape in after another and would watch for hours. His parents never really had to look for him for dinner. They knew he was down there watching those tapes in his grandfather's basement, entranced by Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson. That's where it started. It's where boxing became an appendage to Shaw, like a hand or a finger. Shaw, 29-year-old, undefeated heavyweight, who is a heavyweight boxing historian whose grandfather is Winston Buddy Shaw, a renowned amateur trainer from the St. Louis, Missouri, and his father is Brian Shaw, an amateur star in the 1980s. So this 6'5", 237-pound Shaw, he's got a lot to carry on his back, man. With him being a historian and his family being that of a boxing pedigree, man. Stephan had a distinguished amateur career, and winning was his motivation. After he won the National Silver Gloves in 2003 and in 2006 and won the ringside national title, Shaw stopped boxing for 5 years. At that time, he didn't think he had a life in boxing. It was time for him to look other places and do other things. He recalled, his dad was really hard on him. He went to the Olympic trials in 2011 and saw all of the guys he came up with, and decided to come back. Shaw was aiming for the 2016 Olympics, and in 2013 won the U.S. Nationals and PAL Nationals and started his pro career in 2013. Esteemed amateur coach Bashir Abdullah is Shaw's trainer. Bashir was drawn to Shaw's athleticism and says that Shaw reminds him of a committed Buster Douglas with his hand speed of footwork. Bashir grew up with Shaw's parents and loves how much Stephan is entranced by boxing. This kid is dedicated. So you know what, guys? We are going to get to see this guy back in action August the 15th. He did have So 4 national titles, amateur record of 51-9 before turning pro. And, he's been a pro now since 2013, man. So this guy's no slouch when it comes to, knowing what to do in the ring, man. Anything you want to say?
Nah, man. You said he's scheduled August 15th as his next match. We'll see. Do you know? I would like to see if he's going to be able to maintain, this good distance against someone that's actually same height and same reach as him.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be, only time will tell. Southern California 140-pound standout Arnold Barboza Jr. wanted the main event spotlight. He'll get this opportunity to shine when he takes on Puerto Rican contender El Zorro Zorrilla in a 10-round junior welterweight showdown. This is the card here, guys, that I'm talking about, where it's Barboza, Zorrilla, Davis, Valentera, Torres, Zavalas. This is going to be on this card here, man. So, guys, be on the lookout for this August 15th. It's going to be a good one.
Also, when the way he uses, he's a heavyweight. The way he uses that reach and stuff like that kind of reminds me of definitely not comparing him to, but glances of the great Canadian heavyweight Lennox Lewis. The great Canadian heavyweight reminds me.
I do remember him. I do remember that. So. Yeah, you know what? He was so good. He was so good that the UK had to take him back. Oh yes, to all the people who tuned in today, man. Never heard of him? Yeah, you have. Yeah, you have, Carl. Oh man, to all the fans out there, man, tuning in today, thank you very much. Any last comments on Stephan Big Shot before we get out of here?
Nah, like I said, man, I remember when Lennox Lewis won his Canadian gold medal, I see little glimpses of Stephan Shaw, that jab, the way he uses his jab and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of when Lennox Lewis won his Canadian gold medal at the Olympics. Yeah, Stephan Shaw. Keep with that long looking Canadian Lennox Lewis jab there, Stephan Shaw. Keep with it.
All right. Well, to all the fans around the world, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Knuckle Up with Mike Orr and Cedric Ben doing what we do best, and that is profiling these young, hungry, undefeated, undiscovered prospects from around the world for you guys to watch out for. Guys, to all the fans that dropped comments today, Carl, shout out to you, man. Always a pleasure. Guys, if you haven't yet, check out Last Bell Boxing. Great channel, man. Our friend Carl will keep you up to date with what's going on over there. And to my man Cedric, thank you again for joining me. And this wonderful job that we do for all these people out here, man. Happy hump day, everybody. If you haven't yet, hit up talkinfight.com. Hit that subscribe. And to all the people out there, man, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, Spotify, Podbean, podcast, whatever the hell you're on, man, hit that subscribe, man. Help us get to 3,000. You know what it is. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same channel, new prospect. Knuckle up.